XXVII. Sorrow at parting. Beowulf's farewell. Beowulf spake, Ecgtheow's offspring. We men of the water wish to declare now fared from far lands, we're firmly determined to seek King Hygelac. Here have we fitly five been welcomed and feasted, as heart would desire it, good was the greeting. If greater affection I am anywise able ever on earth to gain at thy hands, ruler of heroes, then yet I have done, I shall quickly be ready. I shall be ever ready to aid thee. 10 For combat and conflict. O'er the course of the waters learn I that neighbors alarm thee with terror. As haters did whilom, I hither will bring thee for help unto heroes' henchmen by thousands. My liege lord will encourage me in aiding thee. I know as to Hygelac, the lord of the Geatmen, 15 though young in years, he yet will permit me, by words and by works, ward of the people, fully to furnish thee forces and bear thee my lance to relieve thee, if liegemen shall fail thee, and help of my hand strength. If Hrethric be treating, 20 bairn of the king, at the court of the Geatmen, he thereat may find him friends in abundance, far away countries he were better to seek for who trusts in himself. Hrothgar discoursed then, making rejoinder. These words thou hast uttered 25 all-knowing God hath given thy spirit. O Beowulf, thou art wise beyond thy years. Ne'er heard I an earlman thus early in life more clever in speaking. Thou'rt cautious of spirit, mighty of muscle, in mouth answers prudent. I count on the hope that, happen it ever 30 that missile shall rob thee of Hrethel's descendant, edge-horrid battle, and illness or weapon deprive thee of prince, of people's protector. Should Hygelac die, the Geats could find no better successor than thou wouldst make. And life thou yet holdest, the sea Geats will never find a more fitting folklore to choose them, 35 gemward of heroes, than thou mightest prove thee, if the kingdom of kinsmen thou carest to govern. Thy mood spirit likes me the longer the better, Beowulf dear. Thou hast brought it to pass that to both these peoples peace shall be common. Thou hast healed the ancient breach between our races. 40 to Geat folk and Danemen, the strife be suspended, the secret assailings they suffered in your days, and also that jewels be shared while I govern the wide-stretching kingdom, and that many shall visit others o'er the ocean with excellent gift gems. 45 The ring-adorned bark shall bring o'er the currents presents and love gifts. This people I know towed foeman and friend firmly established, after ancient etiquette everywise blameless. Then the warden of earlmen gave him still farther parting gifts. 50 kinsmen of Healfdene, a dozen of jewels, bade him safely seek with the presents his well-beloved people, early returning. Hrothgar kisses Beowulf and weeps. Then the noble-born king kissed the distinguished, dear-loved liegeman, the Dane prince saluted him, 55, and clasped his neck. Tears from him fell from the grey-headed man. He 2 things expected, aged and reverend, but rather the second, that bold in council they'd meet thereafter. The man was so dear that he failed to suppress the 60 emotions that moved him, but in mood fetters fastened. The old king is deeply grieved to part with his benefactor. The long-famous hero longeth in secret deep in his spirit for the dear-beloved man, though not a blood kinsman. Beowulf thensward, gold-splendid warrior, walked o'er the meadows 65 exulting in treasure. The sea-going vessel riding at anchor awaited its owner. As they pressed on their way then, the present of Hrothgar, giving liberally, is the true proof of kingship, was frequently referred to. A folk king indeed that every way blameless, till age did debar him 70 the joys of his might, which hath many oft injured. For Heorot, the crux of this passage be. Proposes Gethote, rendering, I know this people with firm thought every way blameless towards foe and friends. S. And B. Amend so as to negative the verb meet. Why should Hrothgar weep if he expects to meet Beowulf again? Both these scholars ask. But the weeping is mentioned before the expectations. The tears may have been due to many emotions, especially gratitude, struggling for expression.